The Man in the Hat returned in 1984. And if I thought I was a huge fan after Raiders of the Lost Ark, this one took it to a whole new level. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junk Man, coming back at you with another video on our road to a brand new Indiana Jones movie. A fifth Indiana Jones movie. That's right, a fifth Indiana Jones movie. Dial of Destiny's coming out this week. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Now, I'm going to sit here and tell you I think it's going to be great. I'm just going in hoping for okay. That's all I want from an Indiana Jones movie. I don't need anything deep. I just want some fun action. That's all I need from an Indiana Jones movie. And boy, did we get some fun back in 1984 with Temple of Doom. Just the name alone sounds awesome. Now, a lot of people are going to hate on this movie. And I didn't really hear much hate back in the day, at least with kids I went to school with and everything. But over the years, I've heard people hate on Temple of Doom, and I don't understand it. Just today, I was watching Red Letter Media, and I was ready for them to bash on Temple of Doom, and they actually liked it and make some points that I agree with. I'll probably touch on here, and you'll say, yo, you just stole that from them, but no, it's stuff I thought already. But Temple of Doom. Now, if you watched my video yesterday where I reminisce about falling in love with Indiana Jones, thanks to Raiders of the Lost Ark, and how it shaped my childhood, that was nothing compared to what Temple of Doom did. Now, when I saw Raiders in 1981, I was going on, well, I was 9 years old. Temple of Doom came out in May of 1984, and I was turning, let's see, I was 10 and 82, so I was about 11 going on 12. Perfect age for this movie. Perfect. Now, Indiana Jones, now Raiders, you know, watching it back then, I loved it. I liked the action stuff, but a lot of it was probably over my head for 10 years old. Temple of Doom aimed just for me. Now, do I like Raiders better? Yes, I know that Raiders is a better film. But if I just want to put something on and have fun, it's going to be Temple of Doom. But let's talk about how Temple of Doom shaped me and turned me into a bigger Indiana Jones fan than even Raiders of the Lost Ark did, and how I even played with the action figures from LJN. Only 3 of them. Had all 3. He looks more like an insurance salesman, doesn't it, that your dad would hang out with on the weekend. Sadly, I lost his whip and everything, and I wish I still had it. I had a motor rump. Don't even know what happened to him. What happened to him? And the swordsman. I don't know what happened to him either, but Temple of Doom. He even had a Temple of Doom lunchbox, as you can see. Oh, it's back there. Where's it at? Where's my Temple? Oh, it's back there. You can't hardly see it right there. But Temple of Doom lunchbox. So, I'm going to tell you a story also about my plan to take Amy Covey, a girl I had a crush on in elementary school, to see this movie. But let's first talk about it. I can remember the teaser trailer. When I bought the VHS, got it for Christmas, of Raiders of the Lost Ark, talked about it yesterday, it had a teaser for Empire, a teaser for Temple of Doom on it. And I used to watch this teaser over and over again. But you're probably going to say, why? It doesn't show anything for Temple of Doom. It has one scene in it from a movie, and it's from Raiders, with Indy saying, trust me. All it is, well, here, I'll let you take a look at it.
Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones are on location in San Francisco, Hong Kong, Macau, Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean, and in London, filming the greatest adventure of all time, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Trust me.
For the summer of '84. From Paramount Pictures.
As you can see, I don't know, this thing got me hyped up. Just knowing that it was a new movie, and this was when I first found out the name, Temple of Doom. What does that mean? What does that mean, Temple of Doom? So me and my brother went to see it in May 1984. I believe it was May. Boy, did I fall in love with it. Just that opening scene alone. Willie Scott coming out, singing Anything Goes, Anything Goes, or something like that. I don't know the words to it, but it was better than that song. The sun will come out tomorrow. Remember that crap? That anti-crap? She walked in front of the text. I thought it was awesome. Indiana Jones shows up in his white suit. Got his little red flower right there. Short round. Now, this movie gets a lot of hate, as I was saying, but to me, it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I know a lot of people say it's too dark. I don't think it's too dark. Now, there's some dark elements, and it's underground most of the time. I give you that, but there's a lot of humor in this movie. There's a lot of humor. And what I really love about Temple of Doom, that I sadly can't say about Last Crusade, which I love also, is that Temple of Doom's different. And that's what these movies were supposed to be. They were supposed to be based on those serial films back in, the 1950s, 40s or whatever? And they should have been different. Each one should have been different. Raiders should have been fighting Nazis looking for the Ark. Temple of Doom had him underground fighting a thuggy cult. And Last Crusade, although I love it, should have done something different. Just went back to the well. Oh, let's have Indian Nazis again. Oh, let's find out more about Indy's past with his father. And I don't want to know about Indy. I just want to see him on a fun adventure. Don't get me wrong, I love Last Crusade. Man, I don't love it like I love Temple of Doom. I do love Raiders more. I see Raiders as a perfect movie, but Temple of Doom, as a kid, it just hit that again. It hit my age, and by the end of the summer, middle of summer, boy, I thought I was Indiana Jones. I had a machete. Yeah, walking around the neighborhood with a machete. I had a leather jacket that I wanted, although it had a fur collar on it. I told my parents to get me one like Indiana Jones. They got me one with a fur collar on it. Even had a hat. My grandmother had a brother who had a fedora. It was more like a dark gray, but at the time I couldn't find a fedora. I couldn't find an Indiana Jones hat. He had one. It was all beat up. He used to wear it. He wore it for years. I mean, he grew up wearing. He's probably from that time period. And he gave it to me, and I wore the heck out of that hat. And I looked stupid, walking around my neighborhood from wearing a Hawaiian shirt, carrying a machete, wrapped old towel cloth around my hand, and wore an Indiana Jones fedora, because that's how cool I was.
Don't film me, please, because I know how I do it.
Now, I love this movie, and my plan was to share my love with the movie with everyone else. So me and my brother saw it. We loved it, of course, and had a friend named Boyd who I had to talk his parents into letting him go see Raiders with me when they did a re-release around 81 and 82. And I said, you got to see Temple of Doom. We loved Raiders. I said, you got to see Temple of Doom. But apparently his mom heard a lot about it on the news. This was controversial, and it was too dark for kids, too violent for PG. It was one of the ones that kicked off a demand for PG-13. So his mom heard too much about it, and he didn't get to go see it. So I had to go see it again by myself. I didn't have a whole bunch of friends to go to the movies with, I guess. But then, a few months later, I found out that the girl of my dreams, Amy, you've heard me talk about her. She was going to go to the movies for a birthday party. And I heard it through the grapevine. She didn't know this. I heard it through others. Her parents was taking her and all the kids to the party to see Temple of Doom. That just blew my mind. What if I sat next to her? What if I watched Temple of Doom? What if they ate the bugs? She needed someone to bury her face into, or someone to squeeze tight when some action happened. So I made my plan to make sure I sat by her. Now, her parents rented out this theater. Well, not the whole theater. The screen, where I guess you could do that if it's somebody's birthday. And it was summertime. It was probably like a Tuesday or something. And I can remember getting so excited. We first had this little party room. We had cake and stuff. I don't know if I gave her a present or not. I'm pretty sure I gave her something stupid and cheesy. But I knew when it was time for her all to line up, I got to get close. Now, I knew her friends were going to want to sit next to her, so what am I going to do? Well, I knew on to the right of her, more to the left. My memory's not that good. Would be her best friend, Jenny. They would go together, and some other ones. But I knew if I wedged in there, got in there just right, I could sit right there next to her. So we all lined up to go to the theater. We started walking down. I had another friend in class named Grady, and he was like, sit with me. I said, I can't. Again, Boyd wasn't there. He wasn't allowed to see it. I said, I can't sit there. I've got a plan. So we went down the aisle. Me and Grady sat in the middle. Amy was in front. No one sitting next to her yet. So I wanted to look cool. Hopped over, sat down next to her. And I made some kind of stupid wisecrack. I sure it was stupid. And then her friend sat on the other side. I was like, I'm home free. I remember I looked back at Grady. Home free. This is it. Nothing's going to change now. And then the lights went down. The movie started up. I was like, this is it. And it didn't take me long to realize. Not long to realize at all. We wasn't even seeing Temple of Doom. I was lied to. Someone did it on purpose, I'm sure. I don't know why I didn't notice until now. But you know what we were seeing? The Muppets Take Manhattan. I wish they ran into Jason. Oh, I couldn't believe it. So the movie started, and I said, okay, at least I'm sitting here in the dark next to the girl of my dreams. And probably about 10 minutes into it, she leaned over, and I was like, uh-oh, what is she saying? She said something in my ear. I was like, what? I didn't hear. I was like, what was that? She's like, can you move? Becca wants to sit next to me. Rebecca, the fattest girl in the 4th grade you've ever seen. I don't know what grade it was. Somewhere 3rd, 4th grade, somewhere around there. So I hopped back over to 6 next to Grady. I think we cut up and laughed at the movie. I was bummed. I didn't want to see no Muppet movie. I wanted to see Temple of Doom. So that was a failed mission once again. But let's get back into talking Temple of Doom. I love this movie. Again, it doesn't take itself too seriously. That's what I love about it. And can we talk about the rope bridge? Can we talk about the freaking rope bridge? Remember, is anything more exciting? This is what I probably ran out. Let me see. It looks like I was kind. I rewind this one. The rope bridge thing. I don't know why. Something about it on VHS or maybe at the theater. Do you remember this? It was like it was filmed with a different camera. I don't think it's like that on DVD or Blu-ray now. I think they fixed it. But it was always looked different when he got out to the bridge. And it was the most exciting thing ever. Now, we used to go to this place called Lookout Mountain that had a rope bridge. It was terrifying. But I thought I was Indiana Jones every time I walked across it. Although I was like, don't shake it. Oh, it was scary. Then you got the mine car chase. Sure, it looks like they got toys sitting in the mine car. But still, it was awesome. And it was funny. Indiana Jones burned his foot trying to stop the thing, and he wanted water. Here comes a bunch of water. Oh, we got Motor Ram. What a great villain. Not as good as Belloc, I give you that. Still a great villain. Okay, he jumps out of an airplane in a raft. I get that. It's cheesy. It can't happen. Doesn't bother me. That's what I want in that Indiana Jones movie. I want silly stuff that can't happen. And I don't want to go too far with it like they did with the Crystal Skull fighting CGI monkeys on a vine or whatever. But I want something over the top. Something that says, oh, that's awesome. That's a hero. And that's what I like. They didn't give you a backstory to Indiana Jones. They didn't tell you more about the character. They didn't tell you his mama's name or his pappy's name or nothing. They just gave you an adventure for what, 2 hours or something? Let's see here. I don't know. They don't say. About 2 hours of adventure of Indiana Jones. That's all I needed. Fun, crazy adventure. What about eating all those bugs? I heard somebody say, man, that's not right. That's offensive. Oh. It was the funniest, coolest thing. It was crazy. I can remember sitting in the theater with my brother and them eating a snake. And I was like, oh, Indy's sitting right there. He ate snakes and they're eating snakes. They're eating snakes and Indy doesn't even care. It bothered me. I was like, I don't understand why he doesn't care. But, again, I don't know what else I can add to this movie. I just don't understand why everybody hates this movie. I know overall most people really like it, but they put it as the weakest of the original three, and to me it's better than Last Crusade. Again, it did something different. Last Crusade just felt like, let's play it safe. Some people didn't like Temple of Doom. Let's play it safe. Let's get the Nazis back again. We've seen the Nazis. Let's learn more about Indiana Jones. Let's find out how he got the hat, got the whip, got the scar, got the fear of snakes. Let's find all that out in the first 2 minutes of the movie. This all happened one day of his life. And I feel like I'm ragging on Last Crusade, which we'll talk about tomorrow, but I do like Last Crusade. Don't get me wrong, I do like Last Crusade. Whew. But again, I just hit at the right time of age for this, you know, almost a teenager age. 11 to 13, 14 kids are gonna love Temple of Doom, especially little boys. And I was a little boy. I loved Temple of Doom. Bet I dressed up all summer long, maybe even more than that. Had a lunchbox I carried to school. I played the Nintendo First I played arcade. Then I have a Nintendo one. It was probably a little later, 86, because I have a Nintendo in 84. But I played that thing where you had to rescue the kids, jump down the conveyor belts and stuff. It was horrible. But I would play it for hours and never got to the end of it, never could solve it. But I did love playing it. I did love playing. I'm not going to lie to you. And then the toy line I love playing with. But I really don't have much more I can say about Temple of Doom other than it's Temple of Doom, man. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Love this movie. And it did affect my childhood more than Raiders. Again, it hit me at that special time where I was crazy. My whole year, I didn't care. You want to go see Ghostbusters? No. Does the Ghostbusters fight Indiana Jones? No. Then why would I want to go see it? Oh. You want to go see Herbie Takes Manhattan? No. I already was forced to see the Muppets Take Manhattan. I don't want to see anyone take Manhattan unless it's Indiana Jones Take Manhattan. Now I would go see that. Oh, you want to go see the Karate Kid? Does he karate chop Indiana Jones? Well, I don't want to see it then. Oh, what about Supergirl? Let's go see Supergirl. Does she wear a fedora and is her name Indiana Jones? No, well, I don't want to go see her. She's not super then. Let's go see Cloak and Dagger. No, let's go see Short Round and Indiana Jones. You get the picture. I love this movie. This is right up there with... Again, I love Raiders more. As an adult, I like Raiders. I see it as a better film. And I might give you that Last Crusade might be better written, but if you want fun, Indiana Jones is the way to go. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I love it. Now, if you didn't see my rant yesterday about Raiders of the Lost Ark, check that out. And tomorrow, come back for The Last Crusade. I'm going to rant about The Last Crusade. And I like it, but really didn't hit me like the other two did, and I'll explain why tomorrow. Well, let me know what you think about Temple of Doom. Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you think it's just okay? Let me know that and more in the comments tomorrow. And don't forget, it's Indiana Jones week, and you can buy a cool shirt like this at junkmanmerch.com.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.